What's going on, guys and girls? Once again, it is your host, your friend Arachnid, so intellectual, voracious, and passionate about doing episode number 7, easy for me to say, of Arachnid Soul plays 7 Days to Die, joined as always by the mayor, the female of the bingo hall, Bloodcats. Bloodcats, what's going on?
Hi, not much. Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Yep.
You guys see those options on the screen. These were the voting options that I let everyone vote on in episode number 6. Option A, the anything goes, stocking up on weapons. Can we survive the night until sunrise? You guys did not pick that. Option C, you know what option C is? That risking it all at the A double level. We were going to dump everything out in hopes that we'd go into a town and find better stuff. By the way, don't mind what's going on. This is just some stuff we've got to get out of the way. This is some stuff from the last episode that we teased and we talked about. You guys chose option O.D.B. One Dirty Brawl. 10 minutes or longer. We're going to go 15 minutes against feral zombies. The winner is the person who scores the most knockouts before time expires between Bloodcats and myself. We're going to go 15 minutes, though, even though that said 10. As always, chase me on Twitter at Arachnid Soul. We're going to take some basic stuff out there with us. We're not going out completely empty-handed. Let's take a look at the inventory. The top row, that's going to be Bloodcat stuff. My stuff is on the bottom, pretty much identical. And we're going to go through some of these objects. We have bandages here. These are obviously first aid, and they do heal you a little bit. We're going to go over a little bit here. And what you're looking at are the painkillers. Yeah, they take a little bit away from the hydration, but they do help you heal. We've got to be prepared. Here you have the aloe vera cream. This is a medicine plus 10 health. And when you look at the canned goods here, plus 10 health, plus 30 fullness, minus 10 hydration. It's a lamb ration. Cats has the same thing, even though hers is a beef ration. Does the exact same thing in the game. Just trying to get prepared, just trying to bring some stuff out there. Hard-boiled eggs, in case we start to starve out there. You see all of the things on the bottom of the screen. Yucca juice, one of the best things you can have in this game. But on the bottom of the screen, you see the health, which is the red, the stamina, which is the blue. We're taking the coffee with us. This pretty much gives you energy so you can run for a long time because of the caffeine. On the bottom of the screen, the green is how full you are in terms of food, and the water is your hydration level. I'm at a slight disadvantage because if you look at the bottom of the screen there, in the lower left on my screen, which is the one on the upper left, Kat's is on the lower right, you see I've got a broken leg. I've got an injury, so already I'm going to be at a disadvantage. Katz and I decided we were going to split up a little bit, go our separate ways, so we had the most opportunity to knock out zombies. And what you're seeing on Kat's screen there is a supply crate, which the government came in, they dropped the supply crate. Usually that would be an awesome thing, but we've decided that's against the rules. We're not going to pick stuff up. And Katz, tell us what's going on your screen there.
Well, I was looking for some zombie. I finally found one, and I just started punching at them and having fun. At first I thought I was going to be screwed, but because, yeah, I'm just getting stunned and doing kind of bad right now. And then I got infected, as you saw, but I kept on going, and all of a sudden you'll see, like, I started getting chased by a bee right here, which scared the crap out of me. And at first I tried to outrun it, didn't work. But then I finally said, you know what, taking this guy out, and was able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we actually decided that the bees would count as zombies since they are kind of, irradiated weird bees in the post-apocalyptic world. So if you're able to kill that will count as a zombie. There I see you've got the coffee in your hand. You actually drank one of the coffees, so you'll have infinite stamina now. So you'll notice that her stamina, which is her blue meter, isn't running out. And nothing's going on my screen. I'm just over here still trying to find zombies What I completely forgot about, and this was my mistake, is Katz had a better strategy. She ran off in a direction that we hadn't really explored. I ran off in a direction that we had explored, and on this game, you can actually, if you go mayhem and just kill a bunch of zombies in an area, they don't come back for a couple of days. So basically, I've screwed myself in some regards because the zombies won't be coming back for a while, and I'm just trying to keep wandering into an area where there are zombies. So, Katz, let me ask you the question here. You've already gone through a little bit of the coffee. Do you think it was a wise idea to use the coffee already?
I'm not really sure about that because I was just trying to get my hydration and like some health and some food back. So I was just in a panic when I did it. So, but I did take out another bee at that moment.
You managed to kill the bee, which for some reason I and a bunch of other people online, when we see the bees, we still call them hornets, to which the purists will yell at us and say, those aren't hornets, they're bees. Here you see me going into a gas station. I believe I went into this same gas station on probably episode 3 when I announced that, in a future episode there would be voting. Go back, watch episode 3, I believe it was, the musical score. So much work put into that episode. And you actually remember me going up on this ladder in the episode too. This whole town is basically a ghost town. And people will also notice in this video that the zombies, unlike the way they usually act, will actually be running at some points, and that's because you can adjust how the zombies react in your world. And I've got the zombies now set to where they walk in the daytime and they run at night, which gives you even more reason to stay inside at night. This whole area out here, I'm searching around, I'm not finding anything, so I'm probably going to look at the map here in a second or go right or, do something to get out of here. As it is right now, Katz is winning. She's knocked out 2 zombies. It was 1 zombie and the bee, which is going to count as another zombie. I haven't even found any zombies yet, and we're a little ways into this video. So, I should also point out that I don't know that Katz and I started with the same amount of food and water, but we have enough stuff that it should balance out just for the science people out there who are saying, well, this isn't a good study, the control was off and things are wrong. No, it's a damn good study. It's man versus woman. It's the stallion versus the mare. Katz, it looks like your area is pretty clear as well. I've wandered into the forest at this point. You're still out in the desert. Have you at this point realized that this area might be clear, or are you still just thinking that something's wrong with the game and you're going to run into a zombie?
I'm thinking this area is cleared for now, and I'm just starting to look for a new place to go search for some more.
I was in that house there for a second, and I saw that the only way into the big part of the house where there might be a dead family of zombies that I could knock out, that part was boarded up, and I said, I'm not going to sit here and take all day trying to break the wood down with my fists, so I've left the house now. I'm setting another waypoint. And you notice the game has the fog of war feature now, so areas where you haven't been are still kind of fogged out. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to head to an area where I haven't been, where I don't think Katz has been. And the reason I'm going there is because I'm pretty sure there will be zombies there since I haven't been there cleared out. It's the middle of the night here. As you can see, the sun should be coming up soon. It's about 5:45 in the morning. Let me point out also that Katz and I used 2 different capture cards for this. We're using 2 different programs to record the audio. We got all sorts of technology going on, so there might be some frame rate issues, and that's also the reason why Katz might be slightly ahead of me in the time, but it really makes no difference. So Katz, at this point, you're still in the desert. Are you trying to find your way out of the desert, or what's the thinking process here?
I was just looking for some zombies. That's what I was just thinking. Where can I find more? And then I start thinking, maybe I need to go to a different area. Maybe I'll find more zombies there.
Right. Yeah, this is a different strategy than what I would usually do on the game. Usually I'm trying to stay away from the zombies. Here we're trying to find them. And the funny thing is, when we're trying to stay away from them, they're all over the place. When we're trying to find them, they're nowhere where to be found. The sun is now about to come up. You see the moon setting there on Bloodcat's screen. And this is the point where you're going to start seeing some zombie action from me. Look at this. Just going through, not even backing up that time, killing that zombie. I do see that bee, and I hear the bee coming in on my screen, which is a pain in the ass. You know, usually you expect the bee to be in certain biomes, but you don't expect to see the bee in the forest.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the bee to be in the desert at all. That's what kind of freaked me out the first time.
Yeah, well, and the other thing is, there's kind of been like a little switch thing that they've done, because for a long time when you were in the desert on this game, you would hear the bee, but you never saw the bee. You thought, okay, this is just some background sound effects, and then at some point they decided, no, the bee would be in the desert, which was shocking for everyone initially. Yeah, so I'm destroying over here. At this point, I've actually lost count, but I'm gonna say I've killed at least 3. See, because I think the move is, you gotta hit them, and you can't just plant your feet. You can't just be Rocky Marciano. Your guy's not that tanky. You gotta stick and move. You gotta have that Floyd Mayweather footwork, and that's basically what I'm doing. I'm going in, not really throwing combinations. It's that same punch over and over again. But it works. It's like when Ali used to throw that jab. As we see, Katz is still wandering through the desert. I'm in the forest now, and what I'm thinking is, I see the big guy. If you guys would have seen him on my screen a second ago, he was on the left. Maybe he's going to be on the right now. I think I've spun around. But I'm thinking I want to kill the big guy, because those guys are the tankiest guys that I'm going to find in the forest. They can take the most damage. And it would be the most rewarding to kill one of those guys.
They're just over there kicking ass. Well, I'm still wandering around, still looking.
Well, yeah, I mean, the strategy of going into a part of the world where we haven't been was the way to go. I mean, if we ever did this again, that's what we would do. At the same time, I'm checking my stats here. I'm using a bandage because if you get scratched by one of these zombies, you don't notice it, but your health slowly does start to drain, and eventually you'll just die, and people have been confused as to why they just drop dead. I did also realize at some point here that the coffee wasn't going to help me much, because I still have the broken leg. I can't really run as fast as Katz. It looks like Katz is coming up on, what is this, a barn or something over here?
Yeah, it looks like a barn, yeah. I think I checked in there, I'm not really sure, but I was hoping there was something in there, but I'm not quite sure if there was or not.
Yeah, I remember there was also a barn in one of the episodes I did. Wonder if it was that same barn.
That's what I was starting to think too. Maybe it's that same barn that you were getting all those nice headshots in.
Yeah, I can't remember what episode that was. Maybe episode 2 or episode 4. I don't know. But, yes, there was a barn episode, and I'm taking this nurse out now. Usually the nurses have the antibiotics, but, you know, in this game it doesn't matter. Anyway, but I remember taking out all those zombies with the headshots. This might be the last episode we do involving, you know, the Alpha 9, because a little birdie told me that at some point, maybe even in the next week, maybe this weekend even, Alpha 10 is going to be out. It's going to be a complete overhaul of this game, so this save will go bye-bye. We'll start a new save on the Alpha 10. But in any case, this is pretty good. This is a good way to go out, because we've really shown people a lot of the world that we explored in the previous episodes. And here comes the government. Like I said before, once in a while the government will send the planes through with the supply drops. Usually we'd be excited about that, but on this episode where that's not the focus, we're not really caring about that.
Oh, see, I finally found some. I'm getting back in the action.
Yeah, Cat's taking out one of these crawlers on the ground, and it looks like the family's on its way now. They don't appreciate that.
They don't appreciate killing the crawler in the family.
See, now also another, and I'm trying to take out this tanky guy now. This is the big guy I was talking about, Captain Lou Albano in the Hawaiian shirt. But also a strategy I had was I wanted to be in the clearings when I was punching, because in this game you can punch trees and branches and stuff, and you can get things and craft weapons and items. I didn't want to be punching the grass. So I've seen that happen a little bit on Katz's screen. I was trying to stay out in the open as much as possible. I found a horde here. I'm pretty much running a circle around them, picking guys off one at a time. I keep trying to take out the big tanky guy, the fat guy there in the middle, but there's always, faster guys walking past him, so I can't quite get the, who knows, 25, 26 shots it would take me to take down the big guy. Katz has some zombies coming out of the water at this point.
Yeah, I've been trying to focus, hitting them on their heads, trying to get headshots, but I think that was working a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's also something that I've heard is coming in the updates of this game, that you're going to need headshots, that the body shots might take them down, but it won't kill them, and eventually they'll get back up. So this might be good practice. God, I'm surrounded now, so I'm just going to run out into the forest. I actually wonder at this point how far away from each other we are.
It looked like you could be in the same area, but I'm not sure. Because we're both in forest. Yeah. But could be far away, though.
Yeah, it could be far away. This game, unlike most games, has an infinite map, which means if you walk in one direction, you can walk in that direction forever. You can walk in any direction forever. They remove the borders from this game. The maps are randomly generated. When a player goes to a new area, that part of the map is generated, and anyone else who goes there sees the same thing. So just because we're both in the forest, we could be miles and miles apart. Cat's getting destroyed.
And I'm destroyed. I tried to take on that big guy, and I got ambushed.
Yeah, Cat's got surrounded by the horde. I'm still alive. I'm still sticking and moving. I guess that means that I have won this episode. I've won episode number 7 of Arachnid Soul and Blood Cats. Play 7 Days to Die. Anyway, check out your girl Blood Cats. YouTube.com/BloodCats. Twitter @BloodCats with a Z. As always, it has been your host, it has been your friend, it has been your boy, Arachnid Soul, intellectual, voracious, and passionate about all of you watching this video and enjoying it. And I will catch you guys and girls later